All right, here's a James Brown lesson for you. I played guitar in his band for 6.5 years. I was in his opening band for a year and a half before that. So I worked with James Brown for 8 years all over the world. He was a great guy. A lot of great times. He was a tough dude to work for, but he was fantastic. The greatest performer I've ever seen. So I got 4 songs for you here today that I haven't done before. This is Funky Drummer. Okay, that's our basic thing. So we have a 10 and 8 on the E string. Then we're gonna go to the 8th fret of the 2nd string. We got a half step up and down, go to the 6, back to the 8. So then we have 2 8s and a hammer from 6 to 7 on the B string. So the whole thing is 3, 4. Now once we hit that, a D7 chord starts with the other guitar. Okay, so he's gonna hit it twice. Second time, slide it all of those down 1 fret, 1 more fret. So that's D7 to D flat 7 to C7. So we got 3, 4. Now if you hit that little hammer on, you gotta skip the first chord. Go right into the sliding thing. Then we get into a 2-chord thing. This is a F7-9. We hit it on an upbeat right before the 1 of the new measure. This is 8 on the A string, 7, 8, 8. And the chord we're gonna go to is 7, 8, 7, 8, starting on the A string. Okay, so that's part of a C7-9. If we could get that bass up here, you can get that thumb up there on that big 8. You could have that big 5-string version of that. But what we're gonna do is go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's like the 4 and, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, and. Okay, so we're gonna look at all that again. We're gonna get into these other riffs. Great syncopated funky stuff in this. Clyde Stubblefield, the most sampled drummer of all time. This is the Funky Drummer. This is the track that was probably the most sampled. So here we go, one more time from the beginning. 2, 3, 4. Okay, now once we had that, another guitar part comes in right after it hits that C7, and it's in C, so we're on this 8th fret. So we have 8, 8, 8, 8, that's a 2nd string to 1st, and that 1st string note is real staccato, real cut out, real short. So we go 8, 8, 8, 8, back to the 8 on the 2nd, 10 on the D, to the 8 on the G string, so it's... Okay, so it's right after the 1 also. 3, 4, 1. Okay, so it just does that a little bit for a while to get going. 3, 4, 1. Eventually it adds. Okay, so the new riff is 10 on the G string, 8 on the 2nd string, 8 on the 3rd string, 10, 8, 10 on the D. It's got that swing kind of feel, so it's 3, 4, 1. So great funky stuff. One more time from the top. 3, 4. Then eventually we've got this. We get back into that, but we come down to this E, 6th fret on the A, 6, 5, 6, 6, 6. We have an E flat 7, 9, so we come out of that. Here we go. Upbeat. Like 4 times, riff. Okay, now if we skip that, we'd be getting into like if we didn't do that last little, we would see our new part. D7, raise 9, 5 on the A, 5, 4, 5, 6. We're gonna hit that twice. So we have the bottom 3 strings, 5s, twice. We hit the 7s down here, and we go back. So it's 2 of these. So that's basically like the bridge of Funky Drummer. Okay, Clyde Stubblefield, awesome dude. Got to jam with him once, it was fantastic. This is based around an E flat 7 chord, 6 ring finger on the A, 6, 5, 6, and 4. Okay, so the riff comes from that type of shape. So we're gonna go. So it's the 6, the bass note, 4, 5 on the D string, 4 on the B string, 6, 6, 5, 6 on the G string. You can kind of slide that one down if you want. That's like your basic riff. Now we could add something to that. We could add the bass note, that E flat on the A string, 6th fret, with the 6. Go down to the 5s and back. Okay, then we can add something else to it. Now there's another thing that would happen in the live show. So that's a good practice thing. Try to do 4 times sliding back and forth between the 6s and the 5s. And then pick it again for the second half. 3, 4. 3, 4. And then back. Okay, that was I Can't Stand Myself When You Touch Me. Okay, that's kind of your basic version. You got the big F note, 1st fret, big string. You got an open A, 3 to 1 on the D, 2, 3, and. 3, 4. So one of the spots you could hit this B flat 7 chord would be these bottom 3, 3, and 4. You could even hit the extra 3. But you could also do this cool inversion. It's one of the old school kind of funk versions, R&B versions. This would be 8 on the D, then 7, then 9, then 6. James Brown's guitar players in the early days used this chord a lot. So from the top, 2, 3, and. B flat 7, and. 4 times. Now we would also go. So we do that big 1, 3 to 5 with that ring finger, 3, 1 with the 1st finger. At some point, it kind of got co-opted to kind of go that way a little bit. So that's the part that I played live. 2, 3, and. Probably put that half step on it too. Make it more bluesy. And then you got the. And eventually you'd have a. So for the turnaround, big 6, 7, 8, C7, 9, 8, 10, 8, 9, 11, 8. So we got the bottom 6s, 3 strings. We got quick up and back 6, 8, 6. Then we got 3 hits, and then 2 hits, and then 1 hit twice, and then a double. So check out the tab on this. You got 3, 4. The Mother Popcorn riff that I've done in another lesson is a lot like this too. It was like. 2, 3, 4.